So it's actually kind of funny. It literally has taken me like 5 tries to kind of record this video, but I changed up the different, or I changed to a different angle, I should say, and hopefully, this one's better. I think it looks good though. So sorry, I had to scratch my arm, but yeah. So anyway, welcome back to Artie's Tea Talk episode 3. I think no, it is episode 3. So today well, really tonight, because I'm actually recording this at like, yeah, I didn't realize it, but it's like almost 4 a.m. So I'm kind of like a person that, doesn't really like sleeping that much, even though I probably should get some sleep. But I've just been kind of like really working on the YouTube channel track and other stuff. I actually recently had a book signing, and I guess I'll kind of talk about that next episode. I plan to release the next episode, so that'll be episode 4 a little bit sooner. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like just kind of show face and just kind of just talk about some random, well, not really random stuff, because I actually have a funny story. It's actually about how I got beaten up over a caterpillar. Yeah. So so one thing about that, I kind of want to introduce funnier stories, or I guess like stories that kind of like brighten up the mood with the YouTube channel and stuff like that. And I also want to try and keep every single video within the span of like 10 minutes, just to kind of like keep it very condensed. So I don't know how long this will be. It's kind of an experiment, just kind of try things out with the channel and stuff. But oh man, sorry, I had to take a sip of tea. But actually, so the tea of the episode, so funny enough, my friend actually got me this cup from the same tea/coffee spot that I got the tea from. And this is actually a Chinese tea. It's called Lapsang Souchong. I know I completely butchered that. But it's a smoky tea. It's a black tea. It's very good. Gives me energy, which is probably the only reason why I'm still awake right now. But I really like it. And it's funny because whenever I first bought this tea, I got it, I opened it, and I hated it. And it took me a while to like really get used to it. But yeah, like it's actually one of my favorite teas now. It's really like a Christmas tea. I almost said Christmas tree, but no, it's kind of like a piney, kind of smoky thing. I think you could like make, no, yeah, like an iced tea with it. Really good. But anyway, so probably what everyone is here for, if you have found this video. So I've told the story to friends before, multitude of times, and they've all like busted out laughing. But there is like a greater lesson in it. So when I was 13 years old, 7th grade, middle school, last day of school, mind you. There's this group of girls that approached me, and this was before school even started. So we were just kind of like meandering around the courtyard and stuff. There's a group of girls that approached me, and they were like, "Arthur, go step on that caterpillar." And one of the girls in the group I actually had like a little crush on. So I was like, okay, sure. Because again, like I just thought like if I did it, like I'd seem like manly and whatever have you, right? So I go and step on the caterpillar. Even saying that is just so messed up. But yeah, it's something that I learned from. But I'll finish the story. So I proceed to actually, unfortunately, step on the caterpillar, and unbeknownst to myself at the time, a kid was playing with it, and the kid in question, I think, was probably, in hindsight, was probably on the spectrum, just to be completely and utterly like honest, transparent, whatever. And he didn't like that, and rightfully so, because he was actually playing with the caterpillar. So after I stepped on it, he's like chasing me around the courtyard and stuff, and then the final bell ended up ringing, and so I go to my first class, which was actually in the library, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's not going to come up in here and make a scene, right? Because I just like finished, like I was out of breath too, like I was tired, like I was like LaDainian Tomlinson all over the place, right? Like juke move, primetime Adrian Peterson, just like trying to like dodge this kid, because like he was chasing me, like actually like he was like even on all fours at one point. It was crazy. So I literally get into the library, and I'm just like, okay, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. About 15, 20 seconds later, the kid or all I hear, I should say, is like a door just slam open, and then the next thing I know, like I'm on like the floor of the library, like blurry, like I didn't know what happened. I'm pretty sure he gave me a concussion, but basically, like he kind of like hit me in my soft spot, like on the back of my head, and I was done because mind you, like I was just tired, like I was chasing this guy, and he was chasing me, and I mean he was like a beast possessed, like he was, and rightfully so. Like I know I'm telling it in kind of like a funny, jokingly manner, but rightfully so. Like he had every reason to be mad, right? And so, I'm like midway about to like get my face clobbered in by this guy, and the teacher goes like, "Is there a problem?" And the kid in question, he was basically like still like crying and stuff like that because he was very torn up about it. And he's like, Arthur killed a caterpillar and I was playing with it. I was going to put it on a leaf and, all this stuff, right? And so I ended up getting sent to the office. And also, I guess for more context, this was like the last day that I was actually going to be at that school. So I really didn't care at the time. But yeah, nonetheless, like it was still messed up. And so, I had an in-school suspension, but I really didn't care because I wasn't coming back because I knew like that was going to be my last day at that school. But after that moment, I guess like after that day, I really thought to myself, and I still kind of think about like that moment even now. I'm just like, man, that was really just utterly just terrible for me to do. If that makes sense. Well, I mean, I say if that makes sense, but I mean, yeah, it does make a lot of sense because it was that. It was just really and truthfully just, yeah, it was very crazy. And so, why like I tell that story to like my friends and stuff like that now, it's not really to, I guess, tell a joke. I mean, like me getting beaten up over a caterpillar, I guess like people think it's funny. And I mean, in hindsight, probably. But the overarching message of the story is accountability, and that's something that it took me a while to learn at that age. And like I think I've done a phenomenal job with it, but I'm still kind of learning as I get older. And accountability in the sense of your actions affect other people besides yourself. So in that regard, me stepping on the caterpillar obviously ended the caterpillar's life prematurely. It doesn't matter what it is, right? Like I stepped on the caterpillar unprovoked. It was really foul of me to do. But also, I really caused emotional damage for the kid in question. And it was really bad because, again, like he was very passionate about the caterpillar and this and that, and there's really no reason for me to step on it, right? And so over time, like I just kind of realized, like from that situation, and then just even like dealing with certain situations, externally and internally, accountability is really a lost art, especially now in today's society. I think, even though it is hard for me to, well, I say hard, it has been a lot better for me, and often I do take accountability, honestly, to a fault sometimes. But I think into today's society, a lot of people are more on the topic of wanting to be the victim rather than the victor. And I think taking accountability is important because you're kind of relinquishing power from other people and repositioning it within yourself, within your own hands. A lot of people would rather just kind of curl up in a ball and say, woe is me, and want people to feel sorry for them. But at the end of the day, if it rains, you can't really feel sorry for somebody if it's their own storm, if that makes sense, right? And so it actually kind of goes into this quote that I actually have in my book, and I kind of find myself saying it, can't fear your own world. You can't fear what you create. And so in that situation with the caterpillar, I really had no right to be mad at the kid, especially for like, hitting me outside my head, because I did something that was really foul. Like I did something that really affected him and affected the caterpillar. My actions affected other people, right? And even dealing with stuff like that now, where even if I don't do something, if I'm still there, or I feel like I have like a responsibility in the situation, then I'm going to take the accountability that I should. I feel like a lot of people don't really do that. So overall, I think the biggest takeaway from the story and why I wanted to tell is, number one, just kind of attract people to the channel. kind of loosen it up and stuff like that. Change up, I guess, the format and everything. And just also just make another like tea talk episode. And slash really the main point of all of this is to just kind of put it out there that accountability is something that isn't easy to accept, but you have to accept that often you do play a part in certain situations. And I think it is a sign of maturation when someone can actually say, okay, yeah, I probably could have been better, right? It's also a sign of great leadership as well. So, it's just something that I've kind of like noticed over the course of my life, and something that I've kind of had to deal with. And then also like with our political climate as well, that's really been something I've wanted to talk about too. Just kind of accepting accountability, because I mean, politicians we have now don't really seem like they're accepting accountability. So, but it is very difficult, especially when you're around people that kind of have that mindset. So I think the biggest step is just to separate yourself from it and understand that even though I made a mistake and even though I do have a part to play, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a bad person. I feel like you only are lacking if you choose not to take that accountability and move forward, right? If you're just kind of the victim, you're just kind of stagnant. But if you accept where, okay, I did deserve to maybe get knocked out or to be criticized and all these things, you take it on the chin and you move forward, because that's the only way you actually grow, is moving forward. And I think that is important because it helps kind of refine us into better people. But again, to take that accountability is very important, and a lot of people kind of choose not to do that, so that's just kind of like my challenge, and just what I really want this episode to be about was basically just taking accountability, understanding that your actions do affect other people, not just yourself. And when you do take that accountability, you're not giving power to external situations, more so you're internalizing everything. And it really is a self form. Oh God, a form of self empowerment. So yeah, so I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I'm literally praying that this stays within 10 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got kind of the ambiance too. Got the little fireplace. My bed is kind of like barren right now. You also like see my degree on there. Well, if you can, I don't know if it's coming in the camera, but I'm also like washing clothes, which is kind of why I'm still awake. So anyway, love y'all. So next episode is gonna be, I don't know when, but love y'all. Actually, no, we'll probably do like every 2 weeks. I don't know. Whatever, if I think of another crazy story and a lesson, I'll throw it out there. So love y'all. Stay drinking tea. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.